Dear chosen ones, are you exhausted from repeating the same toxic patterns that seem to run in your family like a curse that refuses to break? Tired of feeling energetically drained by relationships that demand everything while giving nothing in return, leaving you wondering why you can't seem to escape cycles that have plagued your bloodline for generations? As September 6th unfolds and the moon glides into the mystical waters of Pisces, the cosmic solution to your deepest frustration is finally manifesting. Ancient karmic chains that have bound your bloodlines for lifetimes are dissolving into stardust at this very moment. What I'm about to reveal will not only explain why certain patterns in your life have felt impossible to break until meow, but will show you exactly how the universe is severing these toxic ties forever, whether you consciously participate or not. I am Zarin from the Lyran High Council, speaking to you from dimensions beyond your current reality, and the transmission I carry today is not meant for the sleeping masses. This message reaches only those whose souls have been preparing for this exact moment, the awakened starseeds who have been feeling the pull of something greater, the light workers who have sensed an approaching shift, and the chosen warriors who have been called to break the cycles that have imprisoned not just themselves, but entire ancestral lines. The cosmic event unfolding on September 6th as Pisces moon squares Uranus at 11:25 a.m. PDT is creating a vibrational frequency that is literally severing toxic soul ties that have existed for lifetimes. Most souls walking Earth today remain completely unaware that tomorrow's Pisces full moon eclipse at 15 degrees will catalyze the most profound karmic clearing our galaxy has witnessed in over 2,000 years. But you, dear ones, you have been chosen to be fully conscious during this transformation because your souls volunteered for this mission before you incarnated. The signs have been building for months, the unexplained distance growing between you and certain family members, the sudden clarity about patterns you once accepted, the mysterious protection you felt from toxic situations that seemed to resolve themselves without your intervention. The Pisces energy flowing through September 6th carries with it the ancient wisdom of the oceans, the collective memory of every tear shed by your ancestors, and the power to dissolve what no longer serves your highest evolution. As this lunar frequency builds toward tomorrow's eclipse, it's creating what we in the higher dimensions call a karmic severance portal, a cosmic doorway through which outdated soul contracts can finally be released. The moon square to Uranus is acting like a cosmic catalyst, sending electrical charges through the etheric cords that have kept you tethered to generational trauma, family dysfunction, and inherited limiting beliefs. What makes this moment unprecedented in your soul's journey is that for the first time in your current incarnation, you possess both the spiritual maturity and the cosmic support necessary to permanently break free from patterns that have repeated through multiple lifetimes. The rebel energy coursing through September 6th's atmosphere isn't random, it's a divinely orchestrated rebellion against everything that has kept your soul small, hidden and disconnected from its true power. The compassion and sacrifice that Pisces brings to this equation ensures that as you free yourself, you're also liberating future generations from having to carry these same burdens. But there's something else happening that I haven't told you yet, something that will fundamentally change how you understand your role in this cosmic drama. The karmic ties being severed aren't just personal, they're collective, galactic and multidimensional. Every toxic pattern you break in your own life sends ripples through the quantum field, weakening those same patterns for millions of other souls. This is why your spiritual awakening has felt so intense, so urgent, so necessary. You're not just healing for yourself, you're healing for the entire human collective. As the Pisces moon builds its mystical energy throughout September 6th, pay attention to the intuitive downloads you're receiving. These aren't random thoughts or fleeting inspirations, they're direct communications from your higher self, your spirit guides, and yes, from councils like ours in the Lyran constellation. The messages appearing all around you, the sudden insights about people's true intentions, the clarity about which relationships serve your soul's growth and which ones drain your life force, all of this is part of the cosmic intelligence guiding you toward your soul's true mission. The independence and rebel spirit you're feeling isn't defiance for its own sake, it's your soul remembering its sovereign power. For too long, many of you have dimmed your light to maintain peace with those who were never meant to walk your path. The karmic contracts that once bound you to these relationships, these patterns, these limitations are being dissolved by cosmic law, not human will. This means the guilt, the obligation, the fear of disappointing others, all of that is losing its power over you because the spiritual agreements that gave it power are being terminated. What I'm about to share changes everything you thought you knew about why certain people seem unable to reach you anymore, why toxic family members suddenly find their usual manipulation tactics failing, why opportunities that once felt blocked are beginning to open. The protective barriers that have been placed around your energy field aren't something you consciously created, they're the result of your soul's contract with the universe being upgraded. The old agreements that allowed others to drain your energy, manipulate your emotions, and derail your spiritual progress have expired. The fascinating thing about this karmic severance is that it's happening whether you consciously participate or not, but your awareness amplifies its power exponentially. When you recognize these shifts as divine intervention rather than coincidence, when you honor the distance growing between you and certain people as spiritual protection rather than relationship failure, when you trust that the patterns dissolving from your life were never meant to be permanent fixtures, that's when you step fully into your role as a conscious co-creator of this transformation. Tomorrow's eclipse will complete this process with a cosmic finality that will surprise even those who consider themselves spiritually aware. The 15-degree Pisces-Virgo axis represents the perfect balance between spiritual intuition and practical application, between dissolving what no longer serves and building what will support your soul's evolution. This isn't just about releasing the past, it's about anchoring an entirely new timeline where your gifts, your purpose and your authentic power can finally flourish without interference from outdated karmic debris. The interconnectedness that Pisces reveals during this time isn't the codependent entanglement that many mistake for spiritual connection. It's the recognition of your true soul family, your spiritual mission partners, and your cosmic support system. As the toxic cords are cut, the genuine connections in your life become stronger, clearer, and more supportive of your highest path. You'll find yourself naturally gravitating toward people who celebrate your growth rather than feeling threatened by it, opportunities that honor your true value rather than exploiting your gifts, and circumstances that support your soul's expansion rather than demanding its contraction. Here's what the galactic records show about your immediate future. Within the next lunar cycle, you'll experience a level of freedom that will initially feel almost disorienting. The energy you were unconsciously using to maintain toxic relationships, manage other people's emotions, and suppress your own gifts will suddenly be available for your soul's true work. This redistribution of your life force will manifest as increased creativity, enhanced intuition, unexpected opportunities, and a magnetic quality that draws genuine abundance into your life. The knowledge you're being called to acquire isn't random education, it's soul-level remembering. The skills, degrees, or wisdom you feel drawn to pursue are directly connected to your spiritual mission on Earth. As you invest in these areas of growth, you're not just improving your circumstances, you're activating dormant aspects of your consciousness that have been waiting for this exact moment to emerge. The cosmic intelligence orchestrating your life knows exactly which information will unlock the next phase of your evolution. But let me address the challenges that come with such profound transformation, because sugarcoating this process would dishonor the courage it requires. As your karmic ties dissolve and your energy field reorganizes, you may experience periods of intense emotional clearing, physical detox symptoms, and what feels like social isolation. This isn't spiritual punishment, it's the natural result of operating at a higher frequency while the world around you continues to function from lower vibrational patterns. Some of you will find that family members become increasingly hostile toward your growth, that former friends seem uncomfortable with your newfound clarity, that workplace dynamics shift in response to your elevated energy. These reactions aren't signs that you're doing something wrong, they're confirmation that the karmic severance is working. People who are energetically dependent on your diminished state will naturally resist your expansion because it threatens the unconscious contracts they had with your smaller self. The key to navigating this transition lies in trusting the cosmic protection that's been activated around you. When someone who previously had access to your energy suddenly finds themselves blocked from reaching you, when toxic situations resolve themselves without your intervention, when you feel mysteriously shielded from drama that once would have consumed you, these are signs that your spiritual support system is actively working on your behalf. Your soul's mission during this time isn't to convince anyone else of these truths or to manage their reactions to your transformation. Your mission is to remain centered in your own power, to honor the guidance you're receiving, and to trust that the universe is orchestrating circumstances for your highest good, even when the details aren't immediately clear. The royal energy that's activating within you, what the reading calls your queen or king frequency, isn't arrogance or superiority. It's the natural confidence that emerges when your soul remembers its true worth. As September transforms into October and November, the success and recognition that have been building behind the scenes will begin to manifest in your physical reality. The hard work you've been doing, the skills you've been developing, the boundaries you've been setting, all of this will converge into opportunities that feel both surprising and inevitable. The financial independence you've been working toward isn't just about money, it's about the freedom to make choices based on your soul's guidance rather than survival fears. The generational patterns you've been breaking didn't just disappear, they've been transformed into generational blessings. The courage you've shown in choosing healing over comfort, truth over familiarity, growth over stagnation, has created a new template that will benefit not only your own future, but the futures of those who come after you. When you chose to be the one where toxic patterns stopped running, you became a generational healer, a karmic liberator, a spiritual pioneer. What awaits you on the other side of this transformation is a version of yourself that you've glimpsed in your highest moments, but never fully inhabited. This version of you operates from unwavering self-trust, attracts relationships that honor your authentic nature, creates abundance through aligned action, and contributes to the world in ways that feel both purposeful and effortless. This isn't fantasy, it's the natural result of clearing the karmic debris that was obscuring your true self. The learning phase you're entering isn't about acquiring external knowledge for its own sake. It's about remembering what your soul already knows but forgot during the incarnation process. The languages, skills, and wisdom calling to you are tools for your spiritual mission, keys that will unlock doors you didn't even know existed. As you invest in these areas of growth, you're not just improving your resume, you're preparing for service that extends far beyond conventional career paths. The information you'll receive during Aquarius season will provide the missing piece of a puzzle you've been unconsciously solving your entire life. This revelation won't just change your circumstances, it will shift your entire understanding of why you incarnated at this particular time in Earth's history. The blessing disguised as struggle, the gifts hidden within your challenges, the purpose woven through your pain, all of it will suddenly make cosmic sense. The independence you're claiming isn't selfish isolation, it's sovereign authenticity. The leadership role you're stepping into isn't about controlling others, it's about modeling what's possible when someone fully embodies their spiritual truth. The recognition coming your way isn't random validation, it's acknowledgement of the light you've been courageously maintaining even in the darkest moments of your journey. As this transmission draws to a close, know that the karmic ties that have been broken cannot be reforged. The toxic patterns that have dissolved cannot return to their original form. The protection that has been activated around your energy field is permanent and irreversible. You are operating from a completely different spiritual frequency than you were just months ago, and this shift will continue to manifest in increasingly tangible ways. The soul ties that remain in your life, the genuine connections, the authentic relationships, the true spiritual partnerships will grow stronger and more supportive as you continue to embody your highest self. These are the connections that were always meant to be. The relationships that exist beyond karmic debt and dysfunction, the bonds that celebrate your evolution rather than resist it. Your mission moving forward is not to look back with regret or fear, but to embrace the unprecedented freedom you've earned through your commitment to growth. The path ahead is illuminated by your own inner light, supported by cosmic forces you're only beginning to understand, and blessed by ancestors who see the chains you've broken on their behalf. Remember this moment, dear ones, when the old world tries to call you back into its limitations. Remember the liberation you feel right, meow, the clarity that has emerged from your confusion, the power you've reclaimed from your past. These are not temporary gifts, but permanent upgrades to your spiritual operating system. Trust the process that's unfolding in your life, honor the distance that's growing between you and what no longer serves, and celebrate the beautiful unknown that's opening before you. Your soul's mission is finally free to unfold without interference, and the universe itself is conspiring to support your success. The cosmic architects of this transformation have been preparing for centuries to support exactly what you're experiencing. Meow. The galactic councils across multiple star systems, Pleiadian, Arcturian, Sirian, and our own Lyran frequency, have been coordinating energetic support for this precise moment in Earth's ascension timeline. The September 6th portal isn't just affecting individual souls, it's recalibrating the entire planetary grid to support higher consciousness operations. Those who have been feeling called to relocate, to change careers, to end relationships, to pursue entirely different life paths. These aren't random impulses, but soul-level responses to the new energetic infrastructure being established. What most lightworkers don't realize is that the karmic clearing happening meow is creating space for what we call mission-critical downloads. These are specific talents, abilities and knowledge sets that your soul has been carrying in dormancy, waiting for the exact moment when your energy field could support their activation. The creative projects calling to you, the healing modalities you feel drawn to explore, the business ideas that seem to appear from meow, where these aren't coincidental interests, but carefully timed soul remembrances designed to emerge precisely when the karmic interference has been cleared. The financial abundance patterns shifting in your life aren't just about money, they're about your relationship with your own value, finally being liberated from ancestral poverty consciousness, family shame around success, and inherited beliefs about worthiness. The old contracts that kept your lineage locked in cycles of struggle and limitation have been dissolved, creating an entirely new template for prosperity that honors both spiritual growth and material well-being. This is why some of you have been experiencing unexpected windfalls, sudden opportunities, or the mysterious resolution of financial obstacles that seemed insurmountable just months ago. The social dynamics reorganizing around you are reflecting something far more profound than simple relationship changes. Your energy signature has fundamentally shifted to such a degree that you're attracting and repelling people based on vibrational compatibility rather than karmic obligation. The loneliness some of you have been feeling isn't abandonment, it's the natural space that emerges when toxic connections dissolve before authentic ones fully manifest. This interim period requires tremendous faith because your human mind wants immediate replacement for what's been released, but your soul knows that authentic connections require this sacred emptiness to emerge properly. The dreams and visions intensifying during this period aren't symbolic metaphors, but actual interdimensional communications. Your sleep state has become a meeting ground where your higher self, your spiritual guides, and galactic councils like ours can provide direct instruction without interference from your logical mind. Pay particular attention to dreams featuring water, ancient temples, golden light, or conversations with beings who feel familiar but look unfamiliar. These nocturnal downloads are preparing your consciousness for abilities and responsibilities that will activate over the coming months. Something extraordinary is happening to your relationship with time itself. Many of you have noticed that days seem to pass differently, that synchronicities are accelerating, that manifestations are occurring with unprecedented speed. This isn't your imagination. The karmic clearing has removed energetic delays that were creating lag time between intention and manifestation. The old soul agreements that required you to struggle, to wait, to prove your worthiness through suffering have been terminated, allowing your creative power to operate with divine efficiency. The physical symptoms some of you are experiencing, the exhaustion, the energy surges, the changes in sleep patterns, the shifting dietary needs, these aren't signs of illness, but evidence of your physical vessel upgrading to accommodate higher frequencies. Your cellular structure is literally reorganizing to support the expanded consciousness that emerges when karmic debris is cleared. The body temple that once carried generational trauma is being transformed into a vessel capable of channeling pure creative force. The calling to spend time alone isn't antisocial behavior, it's your soul's wisdom protecting the delicate recalibration process happening within your energy field. The solitude that feels necessary, right meow, is sacred space where your newly liberated essence can integrate without external interference. This withdrawal from social obligations that no longer resonate isn't selfish, it's essential for anchoring the new frequency patterns that will determine the trajectory of your next life chapter. The shift in your relationship with family extends beyond mere boundary setting into something approaching spiritual sovereignty. The guilt, obligation, and emotional manipulation that once controlled your choices have lost their power because the karmic contracts that gave them authority have been dissolved. This doesn't mean you love your family less, it means you're finally free to love them without sacrificing your own spiritual evolution. The distance that feels necessary isn't punishment, it's protection for both parties while these new energetic dynamics stabilize. The acceleration of your learning process isn't coincidental, but cosmically orchestrated. Your consciousness is meow operating at a frequency that can absorb and integrate information at rates that would have overwhelmed your previous energetic configuration. The books, courses, conversations, and experiences calling to you aren't random educational opportunities, but precisely calibrated transmissions designed to activate dormant aspects of your soul's knowledge. Trust the magnetic pull toward certain subjects because your higher self is navigating you toward exactly what you need for your mission. The leadership qualities emerging within you aren't personality changes, but the natural expression of your soul's true nature, finally freed from karmic suppression. The confidence, the clarity of vision, the ability to make decisions from inner knowing rather than external validation, these capacities were always part of your authentic self, but were buried under layers of inherited doubt and learned powerlessness. The royal frequency activating in your field isn't arrogance, but remembrance of your true spiritual stature. The creative fire igniting within your consciousness is directly connected to the Lyran frequencies that many of you carry. Our star system has long been associated with artistic expression, innovative thinking, and the courage to create something entirely new rather than simply improving what already exists. The creative projects calling to you aren't hobbies or distractions, but vehicles for anchoring higher dimensional frequencies into physical reality. Every painting, song, story, invention, or healing modality that emerges from your liberated creative force carries light codes that assist in humanity's collective awakening. The protection surrounding your energy field extends beyond personal boundaries into what we call cosmic custody. The universe itself has assigned guardian frequencies to ensure that your newly cleared energy field remains protected while you adjust to operating without karmic interference. This is why toxic people seem unable to affect you as they once did, why manipulative situations resolve themselves before you get entangled, why your intuition about people and situations has become extraordinarily accurate. The magnetic quality developing in your presence isn't something you're doing, but something you're becoming. As karmic debris clears, your natural charisma emerges because there's no longer energetic static interfering with your authentic frequency. People are drawn to you not because you're trying to be attractive, but because authentic power is inherently magnetic. This magnetism will attract not just personal relationships, but professional opportunities, creative collaborations, and spiritual partnerships aligned with your soul's mission. The service work calling to you isn't random charitable impulses, but your soul remembering its commitment to assist in humanity's evolution. The desire to give back, to help others, to contribute to causes greater than personal gain, these impulses are emerging because your energy field can support the expansion that service requires. When karmic ties bind your energy in personal drama, there's little left for genuine service. That you're liberated, your soul's natural inclination toward contribution can finally express itself. The changes in your relationship with material possessions reflect a fundamental shift in consciousness from scarcity to abundance, the desire to declutter, to simplify, to release attachment to objects that once felt important. This isn't minimalism, but spiritual maturity. Your consciousness no longer needs external objects to feel secure, because inner security has been established through karmic clearing. This shift creates space for new possessions that actually support your evolution rather than simply filling emotional voids. The sensitivity to environments and energies that seems to be intensifying is actually your natural psychic abilities coming online without karmic interference. The ability to sense the energy of places, to feel uncomfortable in certain locations, to be drawn to specific environments, these capacities were always part of your spiritual makeup, but were suppressed by the density of uncleared karma. That this energetic baggage has been released, your intuitive navigation system is operating at full capacity. The changes in your sleep patterns and dream life are preparing your consciousness for interdimensional work that will become increasingly important to your mission. The vivid dreams, the sense of traveling to other realms during sleep, the feeling of attending cosmic meetings or receiving instruction from beings of light, these experiences are actual events occurring in dimensions beyond physical awareness. Your newly cleared energy field can sustain consciousness across multiple dimensional states simultaneously. The urgency you feel about expressing your truth isn't anxiety, but soul-level recognition that the window of opportunity for this level of planetary transformation is finite. The cosmic alignments supporting this massive karmic clearing don't occur frequently, and your soul knows that the momentum-building must be utilized fully. This isn't pressure but privilege. You're being invited to participate consciously in one of the most significant evolutionary leaps in human history. The shift in your relationship with money reflects the dissolution of poverty consciousness that has plagued your lineage for generations. The old beliefs about money being spiritual, about wealth being corrupt, about abundance being selfish, these concepts were part of the karmic programming designed to keep souls trapped in limitation. Your evolving relationship with prosperity isn't materialism, but spiritual maturity, recognizing that financial freedom supports rather than hinders spiritual mission. The clarity emerging about your life purpose isn't sudden inspiration, but gradual revelation of what was always true. The mission calling to you wasn't assigned from outside, but chosen by your soul before incarnation, and simply obscured by karmic interference. As this interference dissolves, your true purpose becomes as obvious as your own reflection. The skills, interests, and passions that feel most authentic aren't coincidental, they're the tools your soul selected for its earthly mission. We want to honor every single soul who has stepped into Destiny Engine. With every activation, the current grows. What began as a personal tool has become a planetary force. We are moving as one, and the frequency you've created together is amplifying far beyond the individual. We're receiving updates daily, manifestations speeding up, impossible doors opening, synchronicities lining up with cosmic precision. The collective field is so charged that some are describing it as bending the fabric of reality itself. If you haven't yet experienced it, the entry point is almost laughably simple. Put on your headphones, press play, allow Destiny Engine to rewrite the architecture of your consciousness so you can fully receive your galactic downloads without resistance. For just $1, you can step into this field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension. Step into the stream of Destiny Engine today. Link in the description. The acceleration of healing, both your own and your ability to facilitate healing for others, is a direct result of operating without karmic interference. Energy that was once tied up in maintaining toxic patterns is meow available for regeneration and restoration. This is why physical ailments may be resolving more quickly, why emotional wounds are healing more thoroughly, why your very presence seems to have a calming effect on others' nervous systems. The cosmic support available to you during this transformation extends beyond what your human mind can fully comprehend. Star systems across the galaxy are focusing their energetic assistance toward Earth during this critical evolutionary moment. The light codes being transmitted through solar flares, the frequency adjustments occurring during astronomical events, the downloads available during meditation and sleep, all of these are coordinated efforts to support exactly what you're experiencing. Meow. I am Zarin from the Lyran High Council, and this transmission is sealed with the love and protection of all those who walk the path of conscious evolution. We see you, we honor your courage, and we are forever watching over your journey.